Daily Horoscope for Gemini, May 6, 2025. Welcome to your detailed astrological guidance for today, Gemini. As the stars align on this significant day, let's explore what May 6, 2025 has in store specifically for you. General energy and cosmic climate today brings a fascinating energetic blend that perfectly complements your dual nature, Gemini. As the sun journeys through steadfast Taurus, you find yourself in a period of quiet preparation before your birthday season begins. This creates an interesting dynamic where you're simultaneously looking inward while feeling sudden sparks of brilliant inspiration. The day carries a rhythm of alternating introspection and mental activity that feels both challenging and natural to your mercurial spirit. Key planetary positions affecting you: your ruling planet Mercury currently resides in grounded Taurus, creating an interesting friction with your naturally quick-moving mind. This placement encourages you to slow down and be more methodical in your thinking process, something that doesn't come naturally, but brings unexpected rewards. Meanwhile, Venus graces your sign, enhancing your already considerable charm and making your presence particularly magnetic today. The moon in harmonious Libra forms a supportive air trine with your Gemini energy, amplifying your communication skills and bringing emotional equilibrium. This lunar position activates your fifth house of creativity and self-expression, making this an excellent day for showcasing your talents and engaging in activities that bring you joy. Mars in sensitive Cáncer is activating your second house of resources, bringing dynamic energy to financial matters and personal values. There's a push-pull between security needs and risk-taking impulses today. Jupiter in Leo continues to expand your communication sector, giving your words extra impact and potentially broadening your audience. Saturn in Pisces places some constructive limitations around your career house, asking for discipline and structure in professional matters. This might feel restrictive, but is actually helping you build something lasting. Communication and intellectual matters, with today's Libra moon harmonizing with your sign, your already formidable communication abilities receive a significant boost. Your words carry additional weight and charm, making this an ideal day for important conversations, presentations, writing projects, or any situation requiring persuasion. Your mind makes fascinating connections between seemingly unrelated concepts, potentially leading to innovative solutions or creative breakthroughs. Digital communication flows particularly smoothly, so reach out via email, social media, or messaging to reconnect with valuable contacts. An unexpected message might arrive containing information that opens new pathways. Your ability to express complex ideas in accessible ways is highlighted. People are more receptive to your viewpoints today. Intellectual pursuits benefit from Mercury in Taurus, which adds depth and staying power to your typically wide-ranging, but sometimes scattered thought processes. You may find yourself developing greater focus and persistence with learning projects. A book, podcast, or conversation might introduce a concept that significantly shifts your perspective. Relationships and social connections with Venus in your sign, your natural Gemini charm is operating at peak capacity today. People are drawn to your wit, curiosity, and communicative style. For those in relationships, intellectual connection strengthens emotional bonds. Engage your partner in stimulating conversation or explore new ideas together. A fresh perspective on an old relationship pattern may emerge, allowing you to break free from repetitive dynamics. Single Geminis might find themselves attracting attention from multiple directions. The Venus-Libra moon combination particularly enhances connections with other air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, today. A chance encounter in an educational setting, bookstore, or during travel could spark interesting possibilities. Your authenticity is your greatest attraction point. Being genuinely yourself draws the right people toward you. Friendships benefit from your enhanced ability to listen as well as share. A deeper conversation with a longtime friend might reveal new dimensions to your connection. Group activities are favored, particularly those involving idea exchange, learning, or communication projects. Career and professional life in your professional sphere. Today's energy supports collaboration, networking, and idea presentation. The Libra moon enhances your diplomatic skills, making this an excellent day for team projects, mediating workplace conflicts, or representing your department to others. Your versatility, a classic Gemini trait, allows you to bridge different perspectives and find common ground. Mercury in your 12th house suggests that behind-the-scenes work or preparation may be particularly productive. Research, planning, and strategic thinking benefit from the methodical Taurian influence. Trust your intuition about work matters. Your subconscious is processing information in valuable ways, even if you can't immediately articulate your insights. An opportunity for professional advancement may come through communication channels, perhaps a well-crafted email, an impressive presentation, or simply being in a conversation where you can demonstrate your knowledge. Stay visible without being pushy, and be ready to step into leadership roles involving information management or team coordination. Financial outlook, with Mars activating your second house of personal resources, financial matters demand attention and action today. You might feel motivated to review your budget, explore new income opportunities, or make decisions about investments. This Mars position brings energy for building security, but can also trigger impulsive spending if not channeled constructively. The influence of Mercury in Taurus actually helps moderate financial decisions, encouraging thorough research before commitments. This is an excellent day for planning and organizing your resources, though major purchases or investments might benefit from additional reflection time. A conversation with a financially savvy friend or professional could yield valuable insights. You're particularly receptive to practical financial advice today, and your ability to ask insightful questions helps you gather useful information. Consider how your values align with your spending and earning patterns. This reflection could lead to meaningful adjustments. Health and wellness, your mental energy runs high today, Gemini, but physical well-being requires attention too. The nervous system might be particularly activated, making mind-body practices especially beneficial. Consider activities that engage both intellectual and physical aspects. Dance, tennis, tai chi, or even just a walk while listening to an informative podcast. Respiratory health deserves focus. Your ruling element of air connects to the lungs and breathing system. Intentional breathing exercises, or time spent outdoors in fresh air, will provide noticeable benefits. Watch for tension accumulating in the shoulders and neck, common areas where Geminis store stress from mental overactivity. Nutritionally, supporting brain health serves you well today. Foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and B vitamins can help sustain your mental clarity through this intellectually demanding day. Stay hydrated, as dehydration can exacerbate mental fatigue and reduce cognitive performance, something you'll want to avoid with today's promising mental connections. Personal development today offers an excellent opportunity to explore the balance between your famous Gemini breadth and the depth that leads to mastery. Rather than skimming across many subjects, your typical approach, Mercury in Taurus encourages focusing on one area of knowledge that truly fascinates you. This more concentrated attention might initially feel restrictive, but leads to satisfying insights. Journaling proves particularly valuable today, as the harmonious air energy helps articulate complex feelings and ideas. You might discover patterns in your thinking or behavior that weren't previously obvious. Writing also helps process the wealth of information you naturally absorb, transforming raw data into usable wisdom. Consider how you communicate your authentic self to the world. With Venus in your sign, there's an opportunity to align your self-expression more closely with your true nature. Are there aspects of yourself you've been hesitant to share? The supportive cosmic climate encourages greater authenticity. Challenges to navigate your primary challenge today involves patience. With your ruling planet in steady Taurus, processes may move slower than your preferred pace. Resist the urge to rush conversations or skip steps in important procedures. The universe is teaching you the value of thoroughness over speed, a lesson that doesn't come easily to quick-moving Gemini, but offers substantial rewards. Decision-making might prove challenging, as your naturally dual-seeing nature is amplified by today's multiple perspectives. When faced with choices, ground yourself by returning to your core values rather than getting lost in endless analysis of possibilities. Writing options down rather than keeping them swirling in your mind can help create needed clarity. Watch for a tendency to overcommit socially. With enhanced charisma comes increased invitations and opportunities for connection. Prioritize quality interactions over quantity to avoid energy depletion by day's end. Opportunities to embrace an unexpected communication could open doors to new intellectual or educational paths. Stay receptive to information from unusual sources. A random article, overheard conversation, or social media post might contain exactly the insight or connection you've been seeking. Your natural curiosity serves you well when you follow these synchronistic breadcrumbs. Your networking abilities are particularly potent today. Connections made now have potential for long-term benefit, especially with individuals who complement your communication style with different strengths. Look for people who bring grounding, structure, or practical application to your innovative ideas. Creative collaborations flourish under today's cosmic conditions. If you've been considering a partnership for a writing project, podcast, workshop, or other communication-based venture, today provides supportive energy for initial discussions or planning sessions. Spiritual alignment, though Geminis aren't typically associated with traditional spiritual practices, today's energy supports connecting your intellectual nature with higher wisdom. Consider how your gift for communication might serve purposes beyond ordinary exchange. How might your words heal, teach, or inspire others? The pre-birthday period you're in naturally lends itself to reflection about your life's direction and purpose. Take a few moments for meditation or contemplative walking, allowing insights to emerge without forcing them. Your natural mental agility becomes a spiritual asset when directed toward meaningful questions rather than trivial concerns. The duality of your Gemini nature also reflects a spiritual truth about containing multitudes within one being. Embrace rather than fight the different aspects of yourself, recognizing that integration rather than elimination of these facets leads to wholeness. Evening forecast: as day transitions to evening, the Libra moon enhances your appreciation for beauty, harmony, and balanced exchange. This is an excellent time for artistic pursuits, attending cultural events with intellectual components, or simply creating more aesthetic harmony in your personal environment. Social energy remains high through the evening, making this ideal for dinner with intellectually stimulating companions. Conversations flow easily and may venture into unexpected territories that prove surprisingly enlightening. If you've been wanting to clear the air with someone important, the evening hours provide supportive energy for harmonious resolution. If spending the evening alone, you'll find satisfaction in activities that engage both mind and creativity. Reading, writing, organizing ideas for future projects, or even sorting through information you've collected will feel productive and clarifying rather than tedious. Final thoughts and tomorrow's preview: May 6th, 2025, offers you a perfect blend of communicative flow and grounding energy. Dear Gemini, the day's somewhat unusual rhythm, faster in some moments, surprisingly contemplative in others, actually suits your dual nature beautifully when you surrender to its pace. Your adaptability remains your greatest strength, allowing you to navigate these shifting currents with characteristic grace. As you prepare for tomorrow, know that the moon will move into intense Scorpio, shifting the emotional atmosphere toward deeper concerns and away from today's more balanced exchanges. This will activate your sixth house of daily work and health routines, bringing attention to practical matters that require adjustment. The communication ease of today provides a foundation for navigating tomorrow's more emotionally complex terrain. Remember that your greatest gift today lies in thoughtful communication. Your words have power, especially when delivered with the authenticity that Venus in your sign encourages. Trust the process of occasionally slowing down, as it allows your brilliant ideas to develop more substance and staying power. Tonight, as you reflect on the day, acknowledge both your achievements and the new questions that have emerged. This balance of answers and curiosity is the perfect expression of your Gemini essence and ideal preparation for the days ahead. On May 6, 2025, Gemini finds themselves at an astrological crossroads with several significant planetary positions directly influencing their energy. The Sun continues its journey through grounded Taurus, occupying your 12th house of the subconscious and hidden matters. This placement encourages introspection before your upcoming solar season. You may feel slightly less energetic than usual, but this is the universe's way of prompting you to recharge before your birthday season begins. Mercury, your ruling planet, is also in Taurus, creating a double emphasis on this reflective 12th house energy. With Mercury here, your mind is particularly attuned to subtle undercurrents and unspoken information. Dreams may be especially vivid and potentially prophetic today. Pay attention to any recurring thoughts or symbols that emerge from your subconscious. The most notable planetary configuration today is Jupiter and Uranus, both transiting through your own sign of Gemini. This rare and powerful combination in your first house of self and identity signals a period of unexpected personal expansion and liberation. Jupiter, the planet of growth and opportunity, amplifies your natural Gemini qualities of curiosity and versatility, while Uranus, the great awakener, brings sudden insights and breakthroughs to your sense of self. Venus graces your second house in Cáncer, bringing a gentle, nurturing energy to matters of personal resources and values. This position suggests potential financial gains through intuitive decisions rather than logical analysis. Trust your gut feelings about money matters today. Mars is currently positioned in Leo, activating your third house of communication and local environment. This gives your words extra power and conviction, though be cautious of coming across as domineering in conversations. Your mental energy is heightened, making this an excellent day for pitching ideas, writing, or public speaking. Saturn continues its transit through Pisces in your 10th house of career and public reputation. This long-term placement is asking you to build more structure and commitment into your professional life. Today, Saturn forms a challenging square to your natal Gemini energy, possibly creating tension between your desire for variety and the need for consistency in your career path. The moon in Aquarius today activates your 9th house of higher knowledge and exploration, forming a harmonious trine with the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in your sign. This creates a particularly favorable energy for educational pursuits, philosophical insights, and planning future travels. Your mind is especially open to new perspectives and paradigm shifts. Pluto, in the early degrees of Aquarius, is slowly transforming your relationship to beliefs and knowledge systems in your 9th house. Today, this energy encourages you to question fundamental assumptions and explore deeper truths beneath surface-level information. Neptune in Aries occupies your 11th house of community and future aspirations, forming a sextile to Venus in Cáncer. This aspect enhances your intuitive connection to friends and groups, potentially bringing inspiring social interactions that align with your evolving values. The North Node in Pisces in your 10th house continues to guide your long-term destiny toward greater spiritual meaning in your career and public contribution. Today's alignment with Saturn emphasizes the importance of disciplined action toward your most authentic professional path. Chiron, the wounded healer, in Aries in your 11th house, forms a supportive trine to both Jupiter and Uranus in your sign. This configuration offers healing opportunities through embracing your authentic self within community contexts, particularly regarding old wounds around belonging and acceptance. The asteroid Pallas, Athena in Cáncer, closely conjuncts Venus in your 2nd house, enhancing your strategic wisdom around resources, and suggesting that feminine wisdom or maternal figures may provide valuable financial insights today. The asteroid Juno in Scorpio, in your sixth house of daily routines and wellness, forms an opposition to the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, highlighting potential tensions between commitments to others and your personal freedom. Work-life balance requires careful attention today. Ceres in Libra activates your fifth house of creativity and pleasure, forming a sextile to Mars in Leo. This supportive aspect enhances your creative nurturing abilities, making this an excellent day for artistic pursuits or mentoring others in creative fields. The overall planetary picture for Gemini on May 6, 2025, is one of significant personal awakening and expansion, tempered by the need for inner reflection before taking major action. The planets are aligned to support your intellectual growth and communication skills, while also challenging you to integrate these changes into your practical daily life and long-term career path. On May 6, 2025, Gemini's communicative capabilities receive a significant boost as Mercury, your ruling planet, forms a harmonious trine with Jupiter in Aquarius. This planetary alignment creates an exceptional environment for intellectual expansion and self-expression. Your mind is particularly sharp today, operating at an impressive speed that allows you to process information faster than usual. Words flow effortlessly, making this an outstanding day for presentations, important conversations, or any situation requiring verbal dexterity. The Mercury-Jupiter connection amplifies your natural eloquence, granting you the gift of persuasion without appearing forceful or manipulative. Your authentic enthusiasm simply draws others toward your ideas. With the moon in Leo forming a sextile to Mercury, your emotional intelligence is heightened, allowing you to read between the lines in conversations and pick up on subtleties others might miss. This emotional awareness adds depth to your interactions, enabling you to connect with others on multiple levels simultaneously. Mars in Gemini further energizes your communication sector, infusing your words with conviction and dynamism. You're not just talking today, you're inspiring. However, be mindful of a challenging square between Mercury and Neptune, which could introduce elements of confusion or miscommunication, particularly in digital exchanges. Double-check important emails and messages before sending them, as Neptune's foggy influence might blur meanings or intentions. Venus in Cáncer creates an interesting dynamic in your communication style, adding warmth and nurturing energy to your typically intellectual approach. You might find yourself expressing care and concern more openly than usual, especially with family members or close friends. This is an excellent day to heal any recent misunderstandings through heartfelt conversation. The Sun in Taurus grounds your communication in practicality, helping you articulate concrete plans rather than just theoretical ideas. This practical edge makes you particularly effective when discussing financial matters or resource allocation with colleagues or partners. For creative Geminis, today offers exceptional opportunities for artistic expression. The Neptune influence, while challenging for practical communication, enhances imagination and creative flow. Writers, artists, and musicians may experience a surge of inspiration, particularly when expressing complex emotional themes. In professional settings, your ability to synthesize different viewpoints and present cohesive summaries is heightened. You're the natural mediator today, capable of translating between departments or individuals who might otherwise struggle to understand each other. This makes you invaluable in team environments where communication breakdowns have been occurring. Digital communication receives a boost from Uranus in Gemini, which brings innovative approaches to how you express yourself online. You might experiment with new platforms or communication styles that better capture your multifaceted thinking. Podcasting, multimedia messaging, or experimental forms of content creation could prove particularly successful today. For Geminis involved in education or teaching, your explanatory powers are exceptional. Complex concepts become crystal clear when filtered through your communication style today, making this an ideal time for important instructional sessions or knowledge sharing. Saturn in Pisces creates a beneficial aspect to your communication houses, adding structure and longevity to your words. What you say today has staying power. People are likely to remember and reference your insights long after the conversation ends. This makes it an excellent day for legacy-building communications like recording podcasts, writing articles, or creating content that will serve as a resource for others. In relationships, Mercury's position encourages deeper conversations that move beyond surface pleasantries. You're able to articulate feelings and needs that might normally remain unexpressed, creating opportunities for greater intimacy and understanding. For single Geminis, your verbal charm is at its peak, making this an auspicious day for meaningful connections through conversation. Your ability to listen is equally enhanced, allowing for balanced exchanges rather than one-sided monologues. The Pluto retrograde in Aquarius adds intensity to intellectual discussions, particularly those involving societal transformation, technology, or humanitarian concerns. Your words carry additional weight when addressing these topics, so choose them thoughtfully. To maximize today's communicative potential, begin your morning with some form of expressive writing or journaling. This helps channel the abundant mental energy constructively before engaging with others. Throughout the day, moments of silence will help reset your mental circuits, preventing the information overload that can sometimes affect your sign. When navigating the potential Neptune-related misunderstandings, rely on your natural Gemini adaptability. If you sense confusion arising, switch communication methods, perhaps moving from text to voice or from email to in-person discussion. This flexibility helps circumvent the communicative obstacles that might otherwise derail important conversations. Tonight offers excellent conditions for networking events, book clubs, or intellectual gatherings where your enhanced communication skills can shine in a social context. Even virtual connections feel more substantial and meaningful today, as your digital presence carries the same charisma as your physical one. Today's celestial arrangements bring a fascinating financial landscape for Gemini. With Mercury, your ruling planet, forming a harmonious trine with Jupiter in your resource sector, your financial intuition is particularly sharp. This alignment opens pathways for intellectual approaches to money management. Your natural analytical skills are enhanced, making this an excellent day for financial planning and strategy. The moon's position in your 8th house of shared resources suggests opportunities may come through partnerships or collaborative ventures. Don't be surprised if a conversation with a colleague or associate reveals an unexpected financial opportunity. Your ability to network and communicate effectively becomes your greatest asset today. Venus in your 2nd house of personal income casts a favorable aspect to Saturn, suggesting that disciplined approaches to money will yield the best results. This isn't about quick gains, but rather about building sustainable wealth through methodical effort. Consider reviewing investment strategies or exploring ways to diversify your income streams. A notable aspect between Mars and Uranus indicates potential for sudden financial insights or unexpected opportunities. Keep your eyes open for unconventional paths to prosperity. The most promising financial developments may come from sources you wouldn't typically consider. The Sun in Taurus continues to illuminate your 12th house, suggesting some financial opportunities may be hidden or require intuitive recognition. Trust your instincts about investments or expenditures today. Your subconscious is processing financial information in ways your conscious mind might miss. For Gemini entrepreneurs or those involved in side businesses, Mercury's position enhances your ability to pitch ideas and negotiate terms. This is an excellent day for presentations, sales meetings, or discussions about rates and compensation. Jupiter's influence brings expansion to your financial thinking. You may see possibilities where others notice limitations. This expansive energy particularly benefits creative financial problem solving and identifying growth opportunities within existing structures. Pluto's distant but persistent influence in your transformation sector suggests this is also a good day to consider the long-term evolution of your relationship with money. What outdated financial patterns are you ready to release? What new approaches to wealth building are you prepared to embrace? The second house cusp receives stimulating energy from Uranus, potentially bringing surprising developments related to personal resources or values. Be ready for unexpected financial news, not necessarily dramatic, but potentially requiring quick adaptation or response. For employed Geminis, workplace financial matters receive favorable aspects. Discussions about compensation, benefits, or resource allocation could go surprisingly well today. Your ability to present logical arguments while remaining flexible in negotiation